Hello guys, today I am going to discuss the play Waiting for Godot. This is Samuel Beckett's translation of his own original French language play, An Attendant Godot, and is subtitled in English, A Tragicomedy in Two Acts. The play begins with two men named Vladimir and Stragon, who are also known as Didi and Pogo, near a leafless tree. They converse on various topics and reveal that they are waiting for Godot, referring to most probably God. The other two characters, Pozo and Lucky, enter. Pozo, with a rope in his hands, is on his way to market to sell his slave, Lucky, who carries a baggage. Pozo pauses there for a while in order to converse with Vladimir and Stragon, and Lucky entertains them by dancing without putting down the baggage he was carrying. After the departure of Pozo and Lucky, a boy enters. He identifies himself as a messenger from Godot for whom Vladimir and Stragon are waiting. The boy also informs Vladimir that Godot will not be coming, but he will surely come tomorrow. And the boy exists. Vladimir and Stragon decide to leave, but they do not move as the curtain falls. The next night, the Vladimir and Stragon again meet near the same leafless tree. In order to wait for Godot. Pozo and Lucky again enters, but this time Pozo is blind and Lucky is dumb. Pozo also cannot remember his meeting with Vladimir and Stragon last night. Shortly after the departure of Pozo and Lucky, the boy again enters and informs Vladimir that Godot will not be coming, and the boy departs from there. Vladimir and Stragon hopelessly decide to leave, but again they do not move as the curtain falls. Thus the play ends. If we analyze the play, we find that Waiting for Godot is a defining work in what came to be known as the theatre of absurd, in which the lack of purpose and logic create uncertainty, hopelessness, ridiculousness, and humor. The absurdity of the characters' actions and words reveals the absurdity of human existence. Beckett labeled the play as a tragicomedy, emphasizing both humor to be seen in the absurdity of human existence and anxiety and hopelessness resulting from the lack of purpose. Many also regard the play as an illustration of the views of existentialism, arguing that there is no inherent meaning in human existence. Samuel Beckett also used in this play many symbols to represent the absurdity of human existence. We will discuss in briefly only three most important symbols. The first one is the leafless tree. The tree represents the world as barren and lifeless, arguing or emphasizing the lack of purpose and meaning with which the characters must contend. The second one is Lucky's baggage. Lucky never puts down his baggage, even when he was dancing. This action echoes the human tendency of enslavement to burdens. Pozo, the last and final symbol that we are going to discuss, is Pozo's rope. Pozo's rope physically appears in the play, but it represents the balance of power in relationship between Pozo and Lucky. There are also a number of figurative or metaphorical ropes in the play. Vladimir and Stragon, like Pozo and Lucky, are tied to each other based on domination and submission. Thank you.